human family by engaging with it in conversation about the deeper questions of life that confront us all. As creatures of the one God, we experience our limitations in so many ways. At the same time, we feel called to something higher in life that we don't seem to be able to reach. What can we offer to society? What can we expect from society? What is our ultimate destiny? Dialogue is never easy, and the efforts which we try to make by listening with respect to each other are never a waste of time. Even, they say, even if we cannot agree, we can still agree to disagree. And this is not a matter of playing games. It is part of a learning process. And it is in the light of the above social teaching of our church that I can see that invitation for the Ministry of Youth and Sports, which I referred to at the beginning of this message, as a golden opportunity for collaboration between the church as a faith-based organization and the state in an enterprise that is truly worthy of a positive response and of our attention. It is noteworthy how in Europe today powerful lobbies would like to exclude or even delete the role of religion from any level of interference, as it is called, in matters pertaining to the state, as if every man, woman and child has neither a soul nor a heart nor a spirit. Wherever God is excluded in society and from all aspects of our daily lives, then man becomes a wolf to man. It's the Latin proverb, homo homini lupus. How fortunate we are to live here in a society where faith in God is a natural element of our daily lives. For the Gambia, our homeland, we strive and work and pray that all may live in unity, freedom and peace each day. Let justice guide our actions towards the common good and join our diverse peoples to prove man's brotherhood. I wish all of you watching this program a very blessed and a very peaceful New Year 2013. Thank you.
A happy and blessed New Year, everyone, for 2013. The year 2012 is ending and we are beginning the year 2013. And it is good to reflect back on what kind of year 2012 has been for you. Was it really a good year? Or maybe it was the same as any other year. Was 2012 really a good year or was it really a bad year? Let us think back. What kind of person were you during 2012? Are there some regrets? How about your relationship with God? Did your faith grow during 2012? Or did your love for God and for other people run dry? Well, anyway, as we begin the year 2013, I want to invite us to reflect on a parable of Jesus. And this parable speaks of God's amazing grace. Jesus said, "Listen, a man has a fig tree and plants it in his vineyard. 3 years later, he is making his way up and down his vineyard. He sees that the fig tree still does not bear fruit. It has no fruit at all. He calls his gardener and he says, 'Why is this tree still here?' It is taking up soil and moisture and space. It does not bear fruit. Cut it down right now. So we ask ourselves, why should the tree keep taking up space, using the goodness of the soil if it is serving no purpose? What is the point of having a tree that should bear fruit but does not? In this parable, Jesus is not just talking about the fig tree. He's talking about you and me. We should ask ourselves, am I bearing fruit? As human beings, we are tempted to think, chop it down when something isn't fruitful. But let's listen to the second part of the parable. It continues like this. Leave the tree alone for 1 more year. The gardener pleads. I will dig around it and fertilize it. If it bears fruit next year, fine. If it does not, cut it down. And with that, Jesus leaves his listeners to wonder at the generosity and the grace of the gardener. Jesus was talking about God, how God forgives us, how God's grace is amazing. Give the tree 1 more year, the gardener said in this story of the vineyard and the fig tree. You see, God's grace is amazing. The owner wanted to chop the unfruitful tree down, but the gardener will show it some more care and give it another chance. That is how the Spirit of God works in us today. There is a second chance. There is always a second chance with God, for God's grace is amazing. Now be sure of this. Almighty God is faithful and is ready to bring us into and through the new year of 2013. With that knowledge, we can begin the new year 2013 with hope, ready to let God do the work only he can do in us and for us. Let us thank Almighty God for his goodness, his love, mercy, and grace. Let me encourage every one of us this new year of 2013 to work well, to give our best to ourselves, to our families, to our neighbors, the community, and to this nation of the Gambia. Let us work together for the good of all. May Almighty God bless us and give us good health, long life and prosperity, and give us his peace.